DJ Vlad responds to Aries Spears demanding more money. Let's talk about it.
Fuck Aries Spears. So the $25,000 thing comes out. I'm out with my kids, right? We're doing like an escape room, if you know what that is.
Yeah.
Right? I'm out with my twins. We're doing an escape room, and I'm enjoying my time with my kids. So then I get these text messages from Aries. Yo, Boosie's getting $25,000. We need to renegotiate. And look at these comments. Look at these YouTube comments. I only watch Vlad TV when Aries on. Yo, Aries needs a raise. Aries is my favorite guest. He's the only one I watched. And I said, well, first of all, you just got raised up. You get nowhere near the views of Boosie. Nowhere near the views. Like, Boosie's just a way bigger figure.
Filming a podcast episode.
The shows that Boosie does are massive compared to what Aries Spears does. Like, Boosie on camera is way more entertaining than damn near anybody. Boosie's a force, man. He's an awesome personality. And on top of it, when I told him, you know, the whole thing with Boosie getting paid 25, Boosie was really getting paid 20, but then I figured out a way to get him more money by doing house tours. You see what I'm saying? So it's really 20 plus 5 for the house tour. And a lot of times the interview might not make the 20, but the house tour will make some extra money. And overall, it makes money. Me and Aries don't do house tours. And I'm like, fam, like, you just got raised up. We can't have a conversation based on YouTube comments. He's like, yo, you're not going to convince me what I'm worth. Look at these people. They say they come only for me. And you need to up my salary.
Oh, it's like a hostile takeover, huh?
And if you don't, then maybe we're done.
Oh, wow. Playing like that.
I said, listen, I'm out with my kids, right? I don't have access to my laptop, to the numbers or whatever else. So I get home and I said, yo, now I'm home. Let's have a conversation about the numbers. He said, cool, let's do it. I said, cool. What time works for you? At 5 o'clock. Bet. I change around my schedule. I clear my schedule out. And I'm like, okay, me and Aries are going to have a business conversation at 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock rolls around. He doesn't respond. I said, all right, cool. Next morning, maybe around, 10:30, 11 o'clock, I hit him up again. I said, do you still want to have this conversation? You know what he said?
What?
Yeah, at some point. I looked at my phone and I said, I am done with this motherfucker forever. Fuck Aries Spears. Fuck Aries Spears. So the 20.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. Actually, what I'm gonna do? There's actually more clips on Aries Spears that I actually don't mind playing for y'all before I actually get my opinion on it. I did see another clip go out from him that No Jumper posted, so we're actually gonna watch that real quick just to get even more context, and then I'm gonna give y'all my thoughts on it. So let's check this other clip out here.
Aries would always have issues with things that are going on. So at one point,
Business-wise or just culturally?
Business-wise.
Okay.
Business-wise. So a few years ago, Aries called me and he was like, yo, man, I can't get any acting gigs because of these clips of me talking about people. Now, it's my fault he can't get acting gigs. It's not because maybe he's not a great actor or maybe he hasn't done a major movie in 30 years since Jerry Maguire. It's my fault that he's not getting acting gigs. So I said, I'm not removing anything. You know, he wanted all the clips removed. I said, I'm not going to remove anything.
What year was this?
Oh, man, maybe about 4 years ago or so, something like that. And, you know, at one point, you know, he stopped talking to me, stopped working. Then at one point he came back and we started doing more work together. My staff would always complain that Aries was disrespectful to them.
Really?
He would show up. At one point, he forgot his towel. Aries would always have issues with things. You see his towel on his leg sometimes because, you know, he sweats a lot because he's kind of overweight. And he forgot his towel. And he's like, yo, I need a towel. And Leo, my video manager, is like, well, here's some paper towels. Like, no, I need a a cloth towel. So he made Leo go and run to the store and bring him back a cloth towel. At one point, Aries was complaining because he needed a makeup artist. I mean, literally the only person I've ever interviewed that needs a makeup artist every interview.
I mean,
Every interview, but I'm like, that's cool.
Wait, he needs a makeup artist every interview.
Every interview.
Oh.
Every interview. So there's a makeup artist, shout out to my girl Candace, who comes early to do his makeup, and then he does the show. And I'm like, that's fine, I'll cover the cost. It is what it is. So the show continues. We're doing our thing, and I like the back and forth that me and him have. And the thing about Aries is that he lives 10 minutes away from my LA studio. And unlike some of the, like my more successful comedians, you see his towel on his leg sometimes because he sweats a lot. It's like a TK Kirkland or a D.L. Hughley. He's not on tour as much. He's available more often. So a lot of times when I shoot, he's available. I'll hit him up a couple of days before. A free Tuesday? Yeah, I'm free. And we do it. So
It's like
he's
the
just on a
convenient
lot.
chick at
It's
4 o'clock
convenient.
always answers.
Yeah,
I get you.
it's convenient for me. It's convenient for him. It all works out. He's 10 minutes away. He shows up. He gets his makeup done. He gets to go out that night wearing makeup. Everyone wins. It's like a TK Kirkland or a D.L. Hughley. He's not on. He would say things like, yo, to all y'all haters out there who, talking shit about me doing this show, I get 5 digits every time I do an interview here. I get 5 digits while y'all sit at home and do nothing.
Shoot.
I get 5 digits.
It ain't like I'm on there for free. He pays me.
Correct.
He pays me a nice 5 figures.
Yeah.
So if my choice is either stay home on a Tuesday and do nothing and earn nothing, or go sit down for an hour and a half and walk away with 5 figures where I could not make anything, what am I gonna do?
No, I agree.
I'm gonna make the money and I get to check them.
And I let him run with this story, but that was a lie.
Oh, man.
He was not getting 5 digits.
It's typical hip hop. You got to say you got a color TV when
Right.
everyone got black and white, right?
Exactly. He was making 4,000 an episode,
Okay.
right? 4,000 an
Still
appearance.
pretty good. I do.
Still, he would say things like, yo, to all y'all haters, still
Out
pretty
there.
good, still pretty good. And here's the interesting part as we get into the Boosie part. He's doing it pretty much every month,
Okay.
right? So you talk about Boosie,
Probably every other month.
every 6 months at this point,
Okay.
he's doing shit every month.
Okay.
So really, he's kind of making Boosie money, but it's just, more often. Still
Out
pretty
there.
good, still pretty good. And here's the interesting part as we
All right, y'all. So that's the final clip there. I'm ready to give y'all my thoughts on it here. Let me just get Vlad back up on the screen.
get Aries Spears.
All right. I'm going to be all the way real. I see where Vlad is coming from on this one. I'm going to be real. This is how you fuck up your relationships right here. This is exactly how you fuck up your relationships right here. Especially your relationships that are paying you the most. That you've had the most appearances on and have received the most relevance from being on. And have gotten the most clips. I've never seen any clips from Aries Spears, bro. I've never seen any clips from Aries Spears anywhere except Vlad TV, nigga. That is all. I've never seen any Aries Spears clips anywhere. The thing is, truthfully, Aries Spears would not be a relevant comedian at all if it wasn't for Vlad TV. He really wouldn't. The last extremely popular movie that he was in, that he acted in, was back in the 90s. Aries Spears would not have the relevancy he has or have received the amount of opportunities that he has because of Vlad TV, the amount of show bookings, new podcast appearances. I don't see him going on that many platforms, to be honest. It was mainly Vlad TV that he was a consistent guest on, and he was getting paid $4,000. He was getting paid $4,000 for each appearance monthly, which that is really good for a comedian as well, especially for sitting down for only an hour. And not only that, the platform you're on as well, and the other opportunities you will get and receive, and relevancy you will also receive from being on that platform consistently every single month. It's just not worth messing up a relationship like that, especially with a relationship like Vlad TV. It's like Aries Spears, bro. He just sounds like, I said this in a previous video, but he sounds like a hurt coworker who finds out what another coworker is making, and then wants to run into the manager, threatening to quit if he doesn't get a raise. Like, he just sounds like a crybaby, bro. He just sounds like a grown crybaby, and that's not how you should operate at his age. Let's actually see how old Aries Spears is. Let's find out. How old is Aries Spears? Alright, y'all. Aries Spears is 51 years old. So yeah, that's my whole point, man. You gotta act your age here, man. You gotta act your age here, and then you also, the relevancy that you have compared to Boosie, the numbers that you get compared to Boosie, they're on two entirely different levels, my nigga. That's why you were getting paid 4,000 and that nigga was getting paid 20. It was really just a numbers thing. I'm sure maybe relationships also tie into it as well. Vlad also said that Aries Spears was extremely difficult to deal with, and that a lot of his employees were complaining about Spears just being a drama queen, just bragging about the money he makes, and just not treating people the best, just really being a dramatic like princess of it all, like just ego going to his head, like just. And the thing is too, like, it can really all go away like that, man. It really can, and I don't really see Aries Spears truly being relevant after this. I really don't. Do I think he can still get on other platforms? Absolutely, but compared to what he was receiving from being on Vlad TV, nigga, it's not even remotely close, bro. It's not even remote. It's not. It's just extremely stupid. If you wanted to request like to receive a raise, you gotta add more value. Let's say you had a moment. Let's say you're doing crazier stuff, like you had a really nice moment to where now your numbers are going more rapidly. Yeah, now you can come back and negotiate. Let's say you do something outside of Vlad that goes crazy. Now you can come back and negotiate. But the reality here is you've been on this platform for several years. You told your entire story on this platform for several years. So everyone knows your entire story already. So you've helped also build up Vlad's platform from consistent appearances as well. Vlad's the one that ultimately wins out of all this. I mean, that one out of all this, like it was a group thing. Like it was beneficial for both parties, but the platform always wins at the end. And then the thing is too, Vlad can just easily find someone to replace you. Meanwhile, you just burn this bridge that has made you relevant for multiple years and has got you the amount of bookings you have for multiple years from the relevancy you receive from being on this platform. It was just an extremely stupid move, man, to make. And like just pocket watching what the next nigga make, even though you don't even provide the same amount of value as the next nigga. It's just retarded, bro. I don't recommend ever moving like that, bro, especially at 51 years old. I really don't recommend ever moving like that. But yeah, y'all, that's my thoughts on it. Let me know what y'all think about this story in the comments below. Love.